できてるか。
Hello everybody, Raven Knight here, and guys, I was not expecting this, I was not prepared for this, but they did it. For Honor has released an early look at the new hero, Sohei. This trailer just dropped today, so I'm looking at this right now. It's so awesome. There's so much cool to say about this trailer. I just played it for you, so let's talk about what we saw and what's so cool about it. So the trailer opens up with this really badass warrior monk, because that's what a Sohei is. A Sohei is essentially a warrior monk, and this warrior monk, as many of us speculated, is Benkei, or based on Benkei at the very least. He's carrying 7 weapons just like Benkei is. We see him starting off on the bridge, staring us down. He's going to be protecting this bridge. It looks absolutely awesome. Then what we see him do is this kind of this montage of him killing opponents and taking their weapons, which is kind of going into what Benkei did as well. But what I love is he counts up from 1 to 7, counting down all the weapons he's collected. So for those of you who don't know Japanese, it's Ich, Ni, San, Shi, Go, Roku, Shichi. So he's counting up from 1 to 7, showing each one, and each time he shows a different weapon. And he sounds so intense when he says it. Listen to the way he says it.
It's...
It's really badass. It's just so... He just sounds like he's ready to throw down. He sounds really scary. Just Ich, Ni, San. Like, just each one. I love the way he says Roku when he gets to 6. That's just like, oh my gosh, he sounds so awesome. Now, it is true that in this Legend of Benkei and the story of Benkei, he did carry 7 weapons. And I believe that General Fujikiyo made a video on this topic, but I'll go through the ones that we know of. We know that, according to Benkei's history and lore, we know that he carried a Masakari, or broadaxe. We know that he carried a rake, or kumare, a nagigama, a sickle, a hizuchi, or a wooden mallet, which we see, a saw blade called a nokogiri, an iron staff called a tetsubo, and a Japanese glaive called a naginata. Now, Nobushi already carries a naginata, so apparently they replaced the naginata that he would have carried with what's called a kamayari. A kamayari is basically a hook spear, like it has a hook end on it, which is a very creative idea, because I know that they didn't want to just give another glaive to this guy. And glaives and naginatas are what Sohei were kind of famous for carrying, so I knew it would be very hard to do a Sohei without the glaive, but they did a very good job of giving him a kamayari, and it looks like the kamayari is probably going to be his primary weapon since he's carrying it in his hand at all time. I'm very curious to see how he'll use the other weapons in combat, but it looks really, really sick. Now, after he goes through all of the numbers, after he counts all the way up to 7, we see him stand there and then just kind of go, like he's kind of showing himself off. And that looks really neat. It's really badass, and it looks scary. This guy looks far more intimidating than you'd expect. I really love the design. It looks kind of like a combination of some kind of rogue warrior, demon, and yet also still a monk. Like, he's wearing the garb of a monk, and yet he presents himself as a demon. You know what? Truthfully, guys, this is kind of what I saw Shugoki being. This is kind of what I wanted Shugoki to be, this big, powerful monster of a man, and this guy definitely embodies that. And then after he finishes that up, he says one last thing in Japanese. Let's hear it. Now, admittedly, my Japanese is a little rusty, but I think he said Kakugo wa dekiteru ka, which means, are you ready, or I'm ready, or you, or I'm prepared, or you. So I think that what he's doing is kind of a throwdown challenge, like, are you ready to go? Like, and yes, I am very much ready, but maybe not ready to fight you yet. But we're all ready for the new hero. I think we've been waiting a long time for this. We are so excited. This is not what I was expecting. Well, okay, scratch that. I was kind of expecting them to go the Sohei route. I was kind of anticipating that. But this design, this attitude was not what I was expecting. It looks and sounds absolutely awesome. And it's a great contrast to the hero skin we had, who's basically this warrior who found peace and serenity through a cursed blade and has been battling the way of Zen, like working to bring peace to himself and others. And then you have this guy who's supposed to embody peace and serenity as a monk, but he brings this wild attitude. It's just really, really good, and it's a great contrast. And can we all just respect the fact that it's not another one of those hero skin versus like Horkos versus hero skin kind of things? Like, I'm glad that we're not doing that. This guy looks awesome. He feels awesome. I can't wait to get him. This is going to be so awesome. Anyway, guys, what do you guys think of Sohei? Are you guys as excited as I am? Let me know down in the comments. Want to hear your thoughts. All right, guys. I'm so hyped for Wednesday now. I'm so hyped. Let's do it, guys. Let's be ready for Sohei Kaguya Akteruka.